should have known this date was going to be a disaster the second Jeremy texted me saying, "Can't wait to hang with you tonight, Kaylee." My name is Katie, not Kaylee. I debated canceling right then and there, but my best friend Tanya convinced me to give him a chance. "Maybe he just mistyped. Maybe he's nervous," she said. Fine. I was trying to be less judgmental in the new year or whatever, so I went. At 7:30 p.m. on the dot, I walked into one of my favorite tapas restaurants downtown, and there was Jeremy, sitting at the bar, aggressively swirling a glass of red wine like he was auditioning for The Bachelor or in an episode of Love is Blind. "Kaylee," he shouted, waving me over. "Katie," I corrected, with a forced smile. It's hard to keep track of people on the apps, right? That's what I told myself. I tried to be nice. "Right, my bad," he said, slapping me on the back as if I just won a Little League baseball game. Painful. Not the slap, the situation. The hostess took us to our small table where Jeremy immediately launched into a monologue about how he's really into stocks, but not in like a bro way. Apparently, he once bought Bitcoin in 2013 but sold it in 2014, which, according to him, makes him both a genius and a tragic hero. Sure. I nodded along, sipping my drink and secretly wondering if the bathroom hallway had a back exit. I would never actually go on a date because I think karma would end up biting me on the butt, but I did daydream about it. Then came the food. I suggested this place because they have amazing small plates. But Jeremy didn't know what a tapas restaurant was, apparently, and was greatly displeased. "These portions are tiny. I don't trust the vibes of this place." The vibes? The vibes are solid modern decor and good food, Bitcoin bro. I just nodded. I was about to explain the point of tapas when Jeremy flagged down the waiter and asked for a side of bread, but a lot of it. The waiter looked confused and explained that they didn't offer unlimited bread at this establishment, and Jeremy proceeded to argue with him about how he must have some bread in the back, and it wasn't a money problem, so please bring him bread or he would find the owner, yes, the owner, not the manager, to resolve this issue. Over bread. I looked down at my table and wished I could evaporate. This is one of my favorite restaurants. Oh, yeah. The waiter came back with some sort of carb that appeased Jeremy and the rest of our tapas. Jeremy barely let me get a bite in before launching into his next rant about how the dating scene is oh so hard for guys. "Girls never put in effort anymore," he said, pointing to me with a fork. "Like, you're great, but a lot of girls just expect me to carry the conversation." I took another big sip of my drink and fought the urge to laugh and cry at the same time. This guy had not stopped talking since I sat down. He didn't know what I did for work or where I was from, or maybe even if I spoke fluent English. And he continued. "And another thing, girls say they want a nice guy, but they really go for the jerks. I'm nice, but do I get rewarded? No. You're lucky I'm even here." This time I almost spit out my drink. "I'm sorry, did you say I was lucky?" "Yeah," he responded. "I could be at the gym right now. I had PRs on both squats and deadlifts today, so..." He gestured vaguely at himself as if I should be impressed by his very average physical appearance and the big salsa stain he sported on his raggedy t-shirt. I took yet another deep breath and reminded myself that violence is illegal. Then, to my literal horror, this man reached across the table and squeezed my wrist. "You don't work out much, I can tell. Have you considered lifting? It could really change your body." Well, just wow. That's what I thought to myself before responding. "I ran a half marathon 3 months ago." "Oh," he responded, frowning as if I had personally offended him with this comment. "Well, running is really bad for your knees." Did I throw my tiny tapas plate at Jeremy's very annoying face? No, but I daydreamed about it. The waiter came to my rescue shortly thereafter, probably because he was dying to have Jeremy leave the restaurant after his earlier spectacle, and dropped the bill. I insisted on splitting it. I could not have this man feel that I owed him anything. Just no. I gathered my things, excited to run for the hills. Jeremy, however, stood up, stretched dramatically, and said in all seriousness, "Your place or mine?" He must have been joking. Surely, right? Wrong. He was so serious that he actually got offended when I said, "Neither. Goodbye, Jeremy," and started walking out of the restaurant. I could hear him talking to himself about how I was a waste of time before the door swung shut behind me. I will never get those 73 minutes of my life back, but I did learn to screen my app dates a little better after that one. Oh, and I did lift a little at the gym after that, but only so I could knock out any Jeremys that tried to squeeze my wrists in the future. Thanks for the tip, Bitcoin bro.